From Coon Rapids High School on CTN, it's high school softball on a cloudy but fair day as the Coon Rapids Cardinals at 11-4 welcome in a non-conference, non-section foe in the 12-4 Brainerd Warriors. J.W. Cox filling in for Joe Young alongside Howie Shapiro. And Howie, this should be a fun matchup. We were talking before, the Cardinals, no shortage of offense so far this season to power them so far to their 11 wins.
Yeah, coming off a disappointing loss, J.W. And by the way, welcome. It's always a pleasure to do the game with you. And they're coming off this loss where they fell behind 10-1 and were able to battle back, but just couldn't get over the hump. It's a tough one to get over. But yeah, this is a good team in Coon Rapids, a team that's hitting the ball well, hitting for power, and hitting for average as well.
Currently sitting right now 5th in the Northwest Suburban Conference, but tied for the second most wins. It's that loss column with 3 losses that has them down in the number 5 spot. And the pitcher they will throw out there today, Howie, on the circle, obviously has been very good. She struggled in that game, as you told me before, the game you guys covered against Champlain Park. But really, more with the bat is what Elia Johnson has been doing so far this season.
Yeah, just a sophomore too, JW. And Elia is a very good ball player. Congratulations to her. She was the winner of the Player of the Week this year, or this particular week, and it's a great honor for just to be nominated, but for a young player as well. And yeah, she has pitched well, she has hit well, she's been a star for this squad.
And she'll have to deal with a Brainerd lineup that has powered their way to a .312 batting average, 10 runs per game. It starts with Emma Korhonen, Lexi Roby, Elena Christensen will be the 3 she faces at least here in the first. Claire Sanoa, Jordan Sullivan, her opposite number in the circle, Cassidy Zontelli, then Jenna Meyer, the right fielder, Talgis and Veith round out the batting order. Very good for the Warriors, who they've got to be relishing this opportunity to be here playing, taking a little road trip.
Yeah, absolutely. You come down to get a chance to come down to the cities and play some good competition as well. And this is a great test for this ball club who's really won 7 in a row but struggled in their last 6.
First pitch is taken in there for a strike, and the ball game underway with the designated player Korhonen out there in the left-handed batter's box. She's
hitting .439 as she steps to the plate.
Watches that one low and away. Yeah, it was a 7-game win streak before this last stretch where they've won just once in their last 3 for Coon Rapids, but still 8 runs a game in those 3. But allowing big numbers too, as the 1-1 is on the outside corner for a strike.
Well, Joe and I talked about it when they were down 10-1. It was the bottom of the first, and we knew that going into the top of the second. This is a squad that can score runs in bunches. So, and they proved that. They fought their way back to 10-7, but couldn't get over that mark.
Pitch taken down low. So a 5-pitch at bat at the very least coming up for the leadoff hitter Korhonen. Roby and then Christensen to follow here in the top of the first. Popped up on the 2-2 on the infield. That'll be Kennedy Kerr camping underneath it. She puts it away for out number 1. So Kerr, the shortstop, with the first put out. Our teammates defensively with Julia Byrne at third off to her right. Abby Graham and Jade Gomez on the right side of the diamond. Emma Wright, Cameron Schmelzer, Sam Lohm right to left of the outfield, and then Johnson's battery mate is Meg Scheck. So it'll be the number 2 hitter, Lexi Roby.
Roby with a .535 average. She steps to the plate. One of those Warrior players, JW, that's been hitting the ball so well this year.
Yeah, as a team, .312. They're slugging it at a .531 clip. Their runs per game, just a shade under 10. Took the first pitch, strike, fastball is upstairs. It's 1-1.
Brainerd coming off a split yesterday against Ricori. Fine team. Split doubleheader.
Swing and a miss at that. Good low and away pitch. And it's 1-2. Yeah, Ricori right there in the top 3 in the Central Lakes Conference with Brainerd. That was a pretty key split to kind of just hold serve there. Everybody chasing Wilmer in the Central Lake. Fastball up again. A second straight 2-ball, 2-strike count for Johnson. Two chops. Stays right there at 2-2.
Yeah, just making sure she protects the plate, gets a piece of that softball, keep her at bat alive.
Right now, Brainerd 2 games back of Wilmer in the Central Lakes. Not a lot of time left. They already played Wilmer and split a doubleheader earlier. That'll get foul. Busy day, baseball going on here just across the street from campus.
Yeah, they're retiring longtime head coach Jerry Coe's jersey at the baseball diamond at Ken Sundstrom Field next to us. 25 years head coach for the Coon Rapids Cardinals.
2-2, that one missed. Out of the hand, it was dropping low. Little tap of the jersey for Johnson, knowing that she missed that one as she talks with her battery mate, Sheck. And a long at-bat turns into a walk. First base runner for Elena Christensen, now the center fielder.
As we talked about in that game against Champlain Park, well, I got a little bit of a trouble in that first inning, but able to settle down thereafter.
Trying to make her way through against this tough lineup. A senior now. There's just one senior in the top 5 spots in the lineup for Brainerd, and yet still producing a 12-win season to this point. Runner got caught in between first and second. Good throw down to second. The throw back in towards first is close, but a dive from Christensen. That was a good gun down towards second to start that for Sheck, the catcher.
Yeah, again, fortunate that she was able to get back to the bag as she was caught off the base pass.
There's a little bit of a bobble there.
Yeah.
That's what saved her. It looked like the throw beat her.
I think the throw did beat her, and I think, yeah, you're right. You saw a little bit of that yellow.
Trying to get that tag down as the pitch was taken for a strike, so it's 1-1 now on Christensen.
Well, both catchers, you'll see Meg Sheck or Abby Graham catch for Coon Rapids. Both very aggressive. Both will keep runners close to the bag at first.
Love the play she made throwing in front of the runner,
Yep.
so at the very least, gonna force her back to her base. That one's picked up, nobody covering the bag, but now right on the money it goes, and they've got a rundown for Roby. And eventually tagged out as she tumbles to the deck. Jade Gomez chasing her towards the bag and applying the tag, and long way to go about it, but a second out there erases the walk.
Just, again, a nice play, nice throw down. Now she's caught. There's no way for her to go back to the bag at first, and Gomez is just going to chase her down and apply the tag.
And making you look like an absolute prophet, because Sheck, just a tremendous pair of throws here in this first inning,
Well,
aggressively to the bag.
I'm called a lot of things, JW, but never a prophet.
Well, it worked out for you.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count now on the number 3 hitter, Christensen, who all of a sudden has the bases empty and 2 down. All right, so the umpire had it. He flashed up 2-1. It was 3-2 on the scoreboard at one point, so they're getting together. I think
Coach Nienaber said there's been 4 pitches.
Which he's right.
Yeah.
So it's either 3-1 or 2-2. And it is 2-2.
Okay.
It's 2-1 for sure.
Now there's a little discrepancy here between the call. Elena Christensen's that bad. She's hitting .422. She's actually going to Bemidji State, play some ball.
Number of next level type talent players. Some that.
Just because the scoreboard guy groups it up doesn't mean it's right.
Still some discrepancy, but we're going to roll it at 2-2. So this one's hit hard out towards center field, turns, and it's gone. Cam Schmelzer was on the run and runs out of room, and there's Elena Christensen. Doesn't matter what the count is. If you hit the next pitch over the center field wall, and it's 1-0 in favor of Brainerd.
Yeah, that pitch up a little bit in the zone, and she gave it a ride straight away center field, and didn't matter that the count was wrong, as you say, or wrong or not wrong, depending on who you believe. But she did give that one a ride. Not much Schmelzer could do. She watches that sail over the fence.
So a 1-0 Brainerd lead after the walk, and then the pickoff. 2-6-3 gets 2 outs. The next pitch. The 2-2 count goes deep to center field, and here comes the catcher, Claire Sanoa.
Now you look at that base running error, and if she had stayed at first.
First pitch. Drops down and hits Sanoa. So now the last 3 batters have reached, just 1 run coming home on the solo home run. And Johnson got to shake things off here.
Batting number 5, Jordan Sullivan.
Brings up her opposite number, the other pitcher, Jordan Sullivan. Just a sophomore for Johnson, so she delivers that fastball in there. Another throw behind the runner. Gomez lost it, but they're going to hang right there.
Yeah, it's always a good time for a pitcher, see if she can help her cause. She's hitting .436 as she steps to the plate. When you look at their starting lineup, 400 number of players hitting over 400.
This one taps slowly towards third. It'll be a play for Byrne. Has to hurry. Fires over to his stretching Jade Gomez, who puts it away. So the 5-3 ground out ends the inning, but the solo home run puts the Warriors up 1 as we go to the bottom of the first here on CTN.
Looking for remodeling ideas and inspiration for your home? Don't miss the Coon Rapids Home Remodeling Tour on Sunday, May 20th. See amazing remodeling transformations. Plus, learn about the Home for Generations 2 program, a program that pays Coon Rapids residents to remodel their homes. The Coon Rapids Home Remodeling Tour, Sunday, May 20th, from noon to 4 p.m. Address information online at coonrapidsmn.gov.
A run in the top half of the first for Brainerd. They lead it 1-0, solo home run. And now the Cardinals, who can score in bunches themselves, send up a lineup to try and answer here for the first time. Starts with Sam Lom, designated player. Both teams going with the DP right off the top. Then Graham and Scheck, the top 3 in the order. The pitcher Johnson will hit cleanup. Kennedy Kerr, the shortstop. Then Julia Byrne. Bottom of the lineup, Jade Gomez, Emma Wright, and Cam Schmelter.
Sam, a fine leadoff hitter, hitting .483 on the season, and she's got some speed. They love the fact when she gets an opportunity to get on base, you'll see how aggressive that she is on the base paths.
So with some aggression on the base paths that almost ran the Warriors out of an inning, if not for the solo home run. They will face off against Jordan Sullivan. And Sullivan, the junior right-hander, getting the encouragement from her teammates before she tackles this top 3 in the lineup for the Cardinals, who are hitting .376 as a team, scoring 9 runs a game. They've got to get at least 1 back to try and even us up here in the first.
Leading up for the Cardinals, number 99, Sam Lom.
Lom ready to go from the left side and starts to trot out of the batter's box. She takes a look at that first strike, looking all the way.
It's always interesting when you play a team, non-conference opponent, and you've never seen these players for the most part pitch. So you have to kind of figure out what they're going to offer you as well. Usually first time through is a little tougher.
Slapped, and that's just going to sneak foul as the third baseman Johnson was right there. Yeah, that's what we saw from Korhonen, the Warriors' leadoff hitter. She took it to a 2-2 count, then put a ball in play. So saw 5 pitches. That's the first 2 now for Sam Lom. Tall sophomore. Watch that one upstairs. It's 1-2.
Coach Nienaber and his staff have done a really nice job with this program. They've built this at the youth, coming up here, and they've done a nice job to get this team where they are.
1-2 pitch. Upstairs again, yeah, and as everybody knows that follows amateur athletics at this level, that's where it has to start. I mean, you can't do much with it by the time you get to high school and the numbers aren't there. It has to start at those lower levels. 2-2, that one slapped foul, third base side again. So another long at bat. Trying to set the table for Graham and Scheck to follow. 1-0. Solo home run for the Warriors in the top half of the first.
Well, Sam's a disciplined hitter, so she'll wait for her pitch.
Puts that one with some smoke on it right through the circle, so Sullivan can't handle it, and it'll be a single to lead things off. There's your tying run already on base. Get it past the pitcher, nobody up the middle. As you take a look at what the Warriors will send out defensively, Veith, Christensen, Meyer left to right in the outfield, Keeley Johnson, Lexi Roby at third and short. Cassidy Zontelli plays second base, Olivia Taugis at first, and then Claire Sanoa, the battery mate with Johnson. Abby Graham took a first pitch strike. It's 0-1.
And she's been on a tear. She's hitting .544 She's one of the leading hitters in this lineup.
First righty for Johnson to face, delivers the ball upstairs.
Average-wise, she's none better, 544.
Took a strike inside corner. Both Johnson and Sullivan, the two pitchers in this game, have been hitting that inside part of the plate to right-handers. Runner at first, nobody out. 1-2 popped up left side of the diamond. Long run out there for Christensen, but the center fielder has some room and makes the catch for out number 1.
Lazy fly ball to center field, and Christensen headed all the way.
Well, she was just maybe shaded a step towards right, so an extra step or two, but like you said, lazily up there. Not a lot of wind to factor in as Coach Nienauer watches from the third base coaching box. First pitch strike to Meg Scheck, the catcher.
Yeah, Meg's hitting 5'11". She's another one of those players that taking advantage of opportunities. Solid bat.
Popped up, maybe a play, over and then back, and it just snuck behind Sanoa. She sprinted towards the dugout, so it'll be a harmless strike, but an 0-2 count on Scheck.
Yeah, and a big smile on her face because she knows that there's a good chance that she was going to pop out to the catcher, and she's got another opportunity at the plate.
New lease on life, one catcher to another. Sanoa was almost there.
Yep.
Step too far. Another foul pop. This one gets out of play. Watch out of the JV contest.
You know, the field to the right of us used to be where Coon Rapids varsity played for many, many years, and they did some improvements to the field we're at. Really made it to a nice facility here and to move the varsity over.
Takes a ball, just a shade inside. So Scheck trying to stay right in the count. They are making Jordan Sullivan work. Here in this first. The 1-2 is upstairs, back to even at 2-2. Everybody's seen at least 4 pitches now. First 3 hitters for the Cardinals. 2-2, floated towards the middle of the infield, and a quick sprint for Roby to make the catch, and she fires to Talgis to double off Lom. So a lead single erased on the double play. We'll go to the second, 1-0 Warriors here on CTN.
Your daughter is having trouble learning French. Do you A, hire a tutor?
Bonjour.
B, enforce a French-only rule at home? Or C, watch some foreign films? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They did say there was a cat here.
Here, I've heard of dog days, but never cat days.
Cat on a leash. My cat would love a leash, probably. J.W. Cox alongside Howie Shapiro here with our entire CTN crew. Coon Rapids softball on a Saturday. Good day for it. It's cloudy, so we're not getting the direct sunlight, but plenty of UV rays if Howie wants to work on his tan like these folks.
Oh, I applied
Yeah,
the sunscreen. I don't go anywhere without it.
Yeah, I can't afford too much extra sun, I don't think. So a 1-0 lead for the Warriors after 1 inning.
The sun's good for you, but
Absolutely.
you have to take it and you gotta make sure you're protected against it.
Moderate doses.
Yes. Kind of like what people say about me. You can handle me in moderate doses.
He's self-aware, ladies and gentlemen. So Johnson back out there to face this Warriors lineup that she allowed a walk and a hit batter, and also the solo home run in the first. Now faces Cassidy Zontelli, Jenna Meyer, and Olivia Talgis. 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Johnson misses just off the plate outside.
Cassidy hitting .417, going to Central Lakes College. Play some softball.
She won't be too far away from her Brainerd High School roots as this one's popped up. Should sneak foul.
Oh,
there was a camera.
Dusty Paulson.
Dusty just couldn't
dive, Paulson.
He is elevated The Warriors dugout is a little worried about Dusty.
I got to go get him some Stickum. That way, when he reaches out, it'll just stay right there.
Here we go. Nobody better cast. Come on, kid.
A 1-1 count. Strike taken. It's 1-2.
Nice inning in the field for Brainerd last after Cardinals get the leadoff runner on.
Two skips in the dirt, yet catching a runner a little too far off back. Both teams so far have made good decisions defensively to kind of limit innings. Like you said, if the number 2 hitter, Roby, isn't picked off, it's a 2-0 game right now as this one's laced hard down the left field line. That'll be fair, rolling towards the wall outside the reach of Care. Around to second base as the throw comes into the middle of the diamond. Zontelli's got a leadoff double, second extra base hit of the game for the Warriors.
Yeah, and a nice piece of hitting there at the plate. She's able to drill that one to the left center corner or left field corner.
Batting number 26, Jenna
See Care
Meyer.
not able to get over there, but she's going to get it in quickly, but not before Zontelli gets to second.
Here's the junior Jenna Meyer. Fielder takes a ball.
Meyer hitting .433. She steps up to the plate.
Just keep an eye on the Warriors on the base paths, as we already saw it in the first. They take some aggressive secondary leads. Be aware of what goes on behind the plate with Sheck. Not afraid to fire to the bases.
No, definitely not.
Track it all the way. Nobody better, kid. Here we
2
go.
ball, no strike count. Talgis on deck. Tails inside. This one will throw down behind the runner. It goes into center field, but a slide back in for Zontelli, so she has to stay right there with Schmelzer backing up.
Well, the Cardinals are an aggressive team, really in all aspects, certainly in the field and as well as the plate. You see that one getting by.
That's an inside corner strike that was much needed for Johnson. Yeah, and why not? That's the first time that they've missed that connection, and even that for Schneck was right on the bag. But with the runner coming back, it was a little tough for Graham to get over there. 3-1 popped up. All of a sudden, we've got a full count after a foul ball. Like no other sport than softball do you deal with that so much, because there's always so many confined fields. Generally at tournaments.
Yeah.
Foul balls.
You have to have your head up. Be aware at all times. On a swivel, correct.
3-2. Swing and a miss all the way back from a 3-0 count for the first strikeout. Eli Johnson.
See again, a nice pitch from Johnson.
Number 40, Olivia
That was the
Totis.
fastball, and then she came right back with another to strike her out.
Yep.
Come on, OT. Come on, kid.
No mystery as to where she went when she got in that 3-ball, no strike count. One down for Talgis. Wanted to offer, watches that one low.
Talgis hitting .286. Home plate official checked to make sure she didn't swing. Didn't offer at that.
I don't know that the base umpire was focused on that with the
No, I
runner
don't.
walking around, so he might as well just call it himself. But
You know, just nice to be reassured.
went through the motion. That's good. Ground ball to the left side, scooped by Care. Good pick. Long throw, and she is out. So Care using the arm to combat the speed of Talgis in the long stride down the first base line. Turns into a 6-3 put out, just like that. 2 down. Runner does move to third.
See it there, yeah, just a strong throw. She's played well at shortstop this season. Now the Cardinals with 2 outs in the field, just an opportunity to get out of this inning without any damage.
Folks know there's nothing routine about a ground ball anywhere in softball.
No.
I mean, you got speed, distance, you got to be perfect, and Care was. Pitch taken for a strike. Jaden Veith, senior left fielder. Pop foul. Well, we've got to be due for one coming our way, right? I mean, everything else has gone to the JV side so far.
You know, and I left my glove in the car.
Yeah.
Veith hitting .375. It's a big opportunity for her to see if she can get an RBI and extend this lead.
Runner down the line at third, 1-0 after a solo home run in the first. 1 strike away, stranding a leadoff double. Down below the knees.
He likes to keep those pitches down low in that part of the plate, not just down a little bit too much.
That's exactly what they heard from the dugout. She liked that on an 0-2 pitch. Might as well try and get it.
You bet.
Right back in there, and that one missed. Maybe a shade inside. Tough to tell from our angle. It's 2-2.
Well, that's patience at the plate, too, to take that pitch.
I believe in you. Let's go. I believe in you. Come on now.
Another 2-2. That's a ball too far inside.
Well, now she's in the situation of putting a runner on and does not want to do that in the situation. Obviously, just with 2 away, with a hitting club like Coon Rapids, you want to get back to the plate.
3-2. Does miss down low. Didn't give in to Veith. Will be her second walk of the game. Extends the inning to put runners on the corners. Second at bat for the DP Korhonen. Popped out to shortstop to open up the
Batting
game.
number 1, Emma Korhonen.
Johnson delivers a first pitch strike. Throw does go down. Is cut off by Abby Graham to stare the runner back to third, but we'll move runners now to second and third on the stolen base.
Now again, just smart base running eliminates the force at second.
Pitch was a strike.
You got this one.
Strike 2 to jump ahead of the second straight hitter, 0-2.
Anything close. Anything close. Come on now.
Johnson has lived on both sides of the line. She went from 3-0 to a strikeout, then went from 0-2 to a walk to the last hitter, all in this inning. 0-2 slap towards the center of the diamond again. Another long play for Care. She got it over there in time with the ball bobbled. Come to the plate, not in time, and 2 runs score.
Again, that's just being aggressive on the base paths. With 2 away, you continue to run. You see the drop over at first and able to get that second run in, increase that lead to 3-0, where you had that opportunity to get out of the inning.
Trust your swing.
Similar to the play we saw her make.
Yeah, that's just a play Gomez needs to make.
Can't save the error from her shortstop, and it extends the inning. First pitch slapped away, foul by Roby.
Here we go, 6.
She's taken upstairs. Another throw down behind a runner this time. Korhonen was not that far off the bag. It's 1-1.
Hey, you look great. Time it out. You look great.
To your point about just getting back to the plate, even down 3-0, the way the Cardinals can swing the bat. Just a big out to get here and leave it where it is. Strike taken. It's 1-2. Some low-flying geese out there.
Oh, that's our.
Is that a mascot?
No, we have cameras on them. We
This
couldn't afford the
popped
drone.
up right into the stands.
We couldn't afford drones, and the only problem is that we can't really control where they go.
Really got to
And
be ready to go.
We found that out kind of too late.
They can zoom really low there. Look
They
at that.
can.
What a shot. Bird cam. 1-2 pitch coming. Upstairs, it's 2-2.
Great at bat, 6. Win this at bat. Come on now.
Tough to put away the last 3 Brainerd hitters. Johnson's been ahead of all 3. 2-2. Missed outside.
Hey, hold your spot. You gotta go wide.
3-2. Down low, ball 4. Second walk of the inning.
Here we go, Boots. I got a game ball, sir.
Well, coming into the inning, this was the only run we'd had so far. A 2-out straightaway center field blast from Elena Christensen. Warriors have tacked on, but they have led all the way now, courtesy of that. Back in the first.
Oh, Johnson certainly needs to keep his ball down a little bit lower in the zone, and that last pitch there left it up a bit, and she made him pay. Made her pay.
She does. She puts it down, but this time just skipping, maybe.
A little too low.
Yeah, trying to prey on Christensen being a little over-aggressive, hyped up after her solo shot. Pitch skips in the dirt again. She's got that in the back of her mind, how it's down in the zone. She's just missing a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's a mental thing, is that you just have to overcome that. And she's a good ball player, and she will, but it's just a matter of getting it right in your head, saying, I'm just going to get her.
2-0, slap foul. Scheme of this inning, too, she's been ahead of more hitters than she's been behind, despite the fact that she's walked 2. Just has not been able to put them away. That strike will even it up. 2-ball, 2-strike counts. So another strike away from getting out of the inning, stranding a runner and keeping it right there at 3-0.
Yeah, and with a dangerous hitter at the plate. So again, nothing she can groove.
2-2, slow chopper down towards third, and that becomes an easy force for Julia Byrne. The 5 unassisted erases Korhonen. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 3 on the board for the Warriors here on CTN.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
I had a heart attack, a cardiac arrest, and then a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a heart attack or stroke are far from invisible or silent. Get back on your plan, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
To the bottom of the second, non-conference matchup between the Warriors of Brainerd, who lead the Coon Rapids Cardinals 3-0. He used just 1 hit, a double to lead off the second, came around to score eventually on an error. Now, Leah Johnson leads things off with a high fly ball out towards right. That one's tracking at the base of the wall. It'll drop for at least 2. The throw comes in, and Johnson, the player of the week after 3 home runs and 15 driven in a week ago, leads things off in the second with a double.
Well, you can see her power because, excuse me, she got under that a little bit too, and able to give it a ride to right field.
And that wind is blowing from right field across, so she's going through the teeth of it there with that high fly ball, and still dropped it right at the base over the head of Jenna Meyer.
Emma Heeman going to be the courtesy runner for Elia Johnson. Good way for the Cardinals to start here in the bottom of the second.
Pitch misses inside to Kennedy Kerr, the shortstop. Saw her make a couple of strong plays defensively, then that throw just a little off target outside the reach of her first baseman, Jade Gomez. Took a ball, the 1-0 pitch is slapped out towards right. Meyer tracking. Will reach up and make the catch. And a throw in towards third, and the ball gets away, so aggressive base running for the Cardinals. Heeman getting up an extra base, and now just a left turn away from making it a 3-1 game.
Well, you know, you talked about it, is that with the offense that they have, they can afford to even chip away at this 3-run lead. They don't need to get it all the way back here in this inning. Would like to, obviously, and then some, but they don't need to. Not this early.
Senior Julia Byrne swings at the first pitch, grounds it off the chest of Roby, who tried to pick it up, still might have had a play. He's going to score a run anyway, but now there's a base runner on as Heeman, the courtesy runner, comes home, and the lead double from Johnson makes it 3-1 here, still with just 1 out.
Batting number 14, Jade
A tough play at short that kind of bounced into her, and then she just couldn't handle it.
Had a couple of tries to maybe still get Byrne as this pitch to Jade Gomez is down low and away. So now the tying run does come into the plate.
That's her 13th run batted in.
Pop foul.
That was close to being ours.
Watch the ricochet off the bleachers behind us too.
Gomez hitting .283. Hit a solo shot in that game in that loss to Champlin Park the other day. Put one over the right field wall.
1-1, pop foul again. 1-2 as Sullivan gives up the lead double that turns into a run. Very similar to what happened in the top of the first for the Warriors, as this one's off the plate. Even the count at 2-2. Emma Wright to follow. That one's lofted towards second base. Over there on the catch, and then a throw.
Whew. Not
in time. It was awfully close. It almost ended the inning the same way it did with the catch from Roby back in the first.
Yeah, Roby with a nice play and then a gun over to the bag at first. Just getting her hand in ahead of the throw, ahead of the catch.
What an arm.
Batting number 7.
The way that one was hit so softly, I didn't think Roby was going to have a chance for 2, and made it very close. 2 outs. First pitch is inside Emma Wright. Junior right fielder ahead in the count 1-0.
Hitting 333. She's get the opportunity to start here in right field. Just 3 at-bats on the season.
Pops that one. That's going to get well clear. Scatter some people that were unsure whether or not they wanted to try to make a catch or just get out of the way.
Sometimes you have to make that decision quickly.
I think I just come into the ballpark ready to just get out of the way.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's my decision.
Or with a helmet.
Yeah, that's even better. One upstairs. So a promising inning started with the Johnson double, as you see him here. I'm maybe going to catch. Oh, no, I'm just going to lean. 2-1. Slap towards second. Got to make the play over to first, and Cassidy Zontelli does just that. So an error, a ground ball helped bring home a run. Cardinals are on the board after 2, trailing it 3-1 to Brainerd on CTN.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Top of the third, first pitch hacking, and that one is hammered just foul. Claire Sanoa greets everybody back from break with a hard hit foul ball to left.
Yeah, she jumped on that first offering from Elia Johnson. Couldn't straighten it out, but she hit it a ways.
I believe that's just the second pitch she saw. She was hit by the first pitch of her at bat earlier in the game, as this one will loop down, not hit as hard, but will drop fair just behind the third base bag, and Sanoa's got a leadoff single.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the Care sisters. Even Sid coming in from left and Kennedy coming out from her position at shortstop. It just fell kind of in no man's land.
Number 5, Jordan Sullivan.
Good effort.
Impressed with the range so far of Kennedy Care. Hadn't made all of the plays, but she's been right in on them. Her shortstop spot. Throw over. Gomez just has that one hop off her glove, but no damage. Sanoa back in. Jordan Sullivan 0 for 1. Grounded out to end the first. That's just the third hit of the game for the Cardinals, or excuse me, for the Warriors. Strike taken, 1-1. Sanoa going down to second. She's in ahead of a short hopping throw.
And she hesitated a little bit. If she hadn't, she may have gotten her.
One. Pitch taken. Sullivan watches that one skip in. This throw will go in behind the runner. Sano's back in standing, but right there in the center is Schmelter.
Certainly the key to run production is good base running, because now you've got your runner in scoring position where she's able to steal the bag. Both teams employ that.
3-1 in there for a strike. Went back to that stolen base. Sanoa, there have been a number of bluffs to go from first to second in the first 2 innings, and that was in the back of the mind of Sheck, and kind of Come back to that little hesitation she had as she watches strike 3 come into her glove to strike out Sullivan, who's been retired twice now by Johnson. That's her second punch out.
And again, a big first out for Coon Rapids.
So 1 down, runner at second for Zontelli. Swing and a miss.
You look great, 11.
1 in the first, 2 in the second. Cardinals came back with 1 in the bottom half of the second. Pitch missed, it's 1-1. Not a lot of scoreless innings put up against Brainerd. As we mentioned off the top, they average 10 runs a game. You can do the math, mostly playing those 7-inning games. This one is knocked off the plate foul. It's 1-2. Nothing but double headers for the Warriors. This is going to feel strange for them just playing 1 game. Last time they did that was all the way back in April.
Didn't they tell you we're playing 12 innings?
You know, I asked. As that one's fouled back, that's been standard procedure coming into these spring games this year. It's just making sure, all right, are we actually playing just 1, 2, 3? Who knows?
Well, we haven't done that. We haven't done a doubleheader yet this year. I don't know if any of the teams have even played them here. The weather's actually been fairly nice for a good stretch of it, and they've been able to play daily, but
once it got nice, it has stayed that way. As the 1-2 pitch misses, Sanoa going to third. The throw is there, not in time. So Sanoa off the leadoff single. Just scratched its way out to the outfield grass. She's made her way around the base pass. Slapped down the line, that's a fair ball. An RBI single for Cassidy Zontelli. And it is 4-1.
Nice piece of hitting there. She took her into the count, but then that slap down the left field line extends this lead 4-1. Not much Byrne can do. That ball got by her quickly.
First pitch way out in front of the off speed for Jenna Meyer, who so far is 0 for 1. She was the first strikeout victim of Johnson. Popped up, foul territory. Gomez going back, and she's called off by Abby Graham, who makes the catch. Looked like Gomez was right there, but Graham had a better angle coming in.
Yeah, she really did, because Gomez had to look over her shoulder, and Graham coming in on the softball.
So that brings up Olivia Taugis with 2 outs and a runner on, a run in. The 3rd straight inning for the Warriors. Taugis muscles this one out towards shallow left. That'll get down for a base hit. Station to station. 3rd hit of the inning. Zontelli stops at second. Picks up Jordan Veith. She walked, stole a base, and scored back in the second. Ball skips down to the dirt. That'll put runners at second and third.
Yeah, pitch getting away down low. Tough one for Scheck to gather in. Cardinals are in danger of having a big inning. Base hit here, most likely scores 2.
Pitch is upstairs. Quick throw behind the runner. I think it caught.
It did.
The runners on Telly. It's 2-0. Missed down in the dirt. Do have the base open, but you've got the leadoff hitter, Korhonen. She's 0 for 2 so far, but reached base on an error that helped drive in runs back in the second. 3-0 to Veith, taken all the way for a strike.
Yeah, that's a pitch to make them come to me, and I'm not going to swing at it. You can make you throw a strike.
3-1, ground ball. Chance for Care. Fires over to first in time, and she makes the put out. So the inning comes to a close, but 3 hits produce a run, 2 left on base. In the bottom half of the third, a 3-run deficit again. 4-1 Brainerd on CTN.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Busy day here at Coon Rapids High School. Softball going on. The Cardinals trail at 4-1, going to the bottom of the third. But a special day over on the baseball side, Howie.
Head coach for 25 years, Jerry Coe, presented his jersey retired, presented with a plaque with his jersey in it. That's more than a plaque. And well-deserved. That a great man. There you see him uncovering it. It's going to be there. Center field wall, Coach Coe. And I've had a great relationship with Jerry Coe and his family over the years, and up until this year, of course, Matt Mossy taking over the program, a former Coon Rapids baseball player, and well-deserved. What a great man, and hopefully I can run over there after this game. He'll still be there. I can congratulate him, but yeah, he is. He helped us a lot throughout the years, and we've always appreciated what he did for us at CTN as well.
Oh, it's fun to see those numbers hanging on the outfield walls. You know those are going to be there forever, and spark the stories of what Coach Coe was able to do with that program.
Dusty Paulson.
See, he's fine.
Look at that.
We don't need to worry about him.
Doesn't need a glove.
First pitch strike as it was fouled off by Schmelzer. Her first at bat, the number 9 hitter for the Cardinals as they trail at 4-1. Starting to try and look at a slap there. She missed it. All right, look at it again.
There it is. The debut of Dusty Paulson.
Got both hands on it.
Hey, so maybe, the Saints need a player?
I think you missed the open tryout, so we might have to get a special tryout.
Send in some tape. We should send that tape in.
I mean, fundamentally sound. I mean, what do coaches say? Use 2 hands,
well,
right?
Yeah, and I'm sure you have some in at the Saints.
See. I might get the tape in front of the right person.
Yeah, do it.
Don't be fooled, though. They don't come to me for any decisions. This one is swung on and missed.
Not what I heard. Not what I heard. I heard the concession stands kind of, they've asked you about what they should do.
Well, yeah, that's just my my tendency towards overeating probably gives me the credentials there. Schmelzer trying to slap and got out in front of that. Turn it over to the top of the lineup. Still very much a ball game here, down by 3 in the bottom of the third. First pitch, Schlom takes it upstairs. She singled to open up the bottom half of the first.
Yeah, so now all these hitters have seen Jordan Sullivan one time through the lineup. See how they adjust as they get their second at-bats.
That one slapped out towards shallow left, and the positioning was perfect for Veit. That's where the single went to start the top half of this inning, and this time the Warriors just had a player there.
Yeah, they did a nice job with the shift and moved the outfielders in on that. Gets Lom.
Batting double O, Abby Graham.
So now there's 2 down. Haven't had a 1-2-3 inning in this game yet. Warriors up 3, trying to make it so as the first pitch from Abby Graham is taken inside. Graham's one of 3 hitters on this Cardinals team with at least 19 hits and 17 runs batted in, and she'll have another hit as she slaps it towards the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. She'll have another double. So the throw comes in. She's there standing, and a 2-out base hit for Graham. She's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and this part of the lineup is hit so well. In this situation, 2 away, so you got to try and keep this thing going. Like to at least get a run back.
That's what you do with a belt-high fastball, and she did it. Yeah, those 3 players that I mentioned with at least 19 hits and 17 RBI, it's Graham, Schecht, and Johnson, who are now this part of the order. Schecht takes it upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Catcher's 0 for 1. She lined out to shortstop to help end the first inning.
They're disciplined hitters. You're not going to see too many of these players chase anything. Nice pitch there.
Caught the inside corner. Had her bailing just a bit, so some movement likely coming in on Schecht, the catcher. So off to first. She will try to shake that off. Second hit batter, we've seen one for each team.
Number 33.
Right in the elbow.
Yep. It's a strange ricochet, which had me confused for a second, but obviously the way she's reacting got her clearly there on the elbow.
And if you're Jordan Sullivan, you have to be careful what you do here with this hitter at the plate. 7 home runs, 23 RBI on the season.
Already a double in this game. She skies it to center field. Wind is drifting out, but not going to carry it enough as Christensen camps underneath it. And the double with 2 outs. The hit batter with 2 outs turns into smiles for the Warriors. And we'll go to the top of the 4th. 4-1, Brainerd leads Coon Rapids on CTN.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Look at that, he's putting on some Bactine. Oh no.
Heroes get seeds.
Heroes do get seeds.
Yeah, he's got our, yeah, I like that. Far left fielder. That's good.
It should be far outfielder.
Now he's just leaving.
Yeah.
Dusty with the good catch. So we go to the 4th. It's 4-1 Brainerd. They've scored in every inning, 2 in the 2nd. Cardinals left a couple on in the bottom half of the 3rd, and Elia Johnson will try and come out here with a 1-2-3 inning. She faces the top of the order. Korhonen, Roby, and Christensen. First pitch is a strike.
Well, you're right, JW. This is an important inning in the field for the Cardinals. They want to make it, see if they can get out of here quickly. You know, there's still plenty of time, but as we start the top of the 4th with their bats, but they don't want any more damage here at this point in the game.
It's also a lot of time for what has been a potent Brainerd lineup to get a few more hacks too, so try and pull yourself even sooner than later. 1-1, strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Getting to 2 strikes has not been the issue so far. Johnson back in the 2nd, the 2-run inning, had a little trouble finishing off Brainerd hitters. 2 is upstairs, missed with the off speed.
Anything close, kiddo. It could be yours. Drive it. Track it all the way.
Let's go on! You got ball anyway! Let's go!
2-2 slapped up the middle. That'll be into center field for a base hit.
You know, it's alumni day here. Actually, it's whole festivities. They're going to move over to Chanticleer Pizza afterwards and celebrate up there. But I like the program here. I see a number of alumni back to support the Cardinal softball squad.
They'll have an alumni game after.
Yep.
This one is slapped right towards 3rd, snared by Burns. She'll fire over to 1st, and a dive back in for Korhonen, the only thing that saved the Brainerd Warriors from a double play. Hit hard.
Yeah, and she's getting up a little slowly too. Hopefully she's okay. That's a nice play there, Byrne. Oh, I think she took a knee. Or did she take part of Gomez's knee? No, maybe not.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit. She's okay. Certainly not the biggest player on the field.
Right.
Tough though.
Clearly there. She's got a single. She's been on base twice.
Elena Christensen.
Christensen with a home run and a fielder's choice so far in her first 2 at bats. 1 down in the 4th. Pitch missed, but again, down in the zone, like we mentioned, that home run she hit on a 2-2 might have been a 3-1 count. Back in that first inning was grooved to her at the belt. Inside corner. How we mentioned earlier, headed to Bemidji State. 1-1, slapped on the left side, could be 2. They'll get 1 at second, throw to first, not in time. Ricochet right back to hold the runner there, so they get the lead runner on the 6-4 put out.
Yeah, and an important second out. Well, you talked about it earlier, tough with the shorter bases and the speed, tough to get that, turn that 2.
Number 13, Claire Sanoa.
Christensen on at first, Sanoa hit by the pitch, singled and scored, then back in the third. Takes a first pitch strike.
Jake thought about it. Jake thought about that throw down to the bag.
She just springs out of that crouch every time. 0-1 in there for a strike. Warriors have scored in every inning. A couple of times they've been down to their last strike just like this without scoring, and it's been some 2-out magic. This one pop foul. Hop right towards home plate of that JV game. They've been peppered today.
Well, the good thing is there's a lot of fans close yelling heads up. But the thing is, if you look up and it's right coming right in your face, it doesn't do you much good. It actually maybe do worse.
0-2 again. This one's hit hard out towards left, and that's going to be up and gone. Second home run of the game for the Warriors, and they open up a 6-1 lead.
Yeah, again, up a little bit in the zone, and you're going to make good hitters going to make you pay. And Elena Christensen, she drilled that one over the left field wall. And it puts Coon Rapids in a tough spot now, down 6-1. Let's see it again. Perfect hitter's pitch. And not much Sid Kerr could do about it other than watch it sail over the wall.
Christensen's got one. Sanoa's got the second. She got 2 hits today. The Warriors are up big, 6-1. They continue their trend. Here's Jordan Sullivan. He's 0 for 2, swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
You know, and again, coming with 2 away always hurts you.
7 hits now for Brainerd. 0-1 inside for a ball. A solo home run in the first came with 2 outs. It was a ground ball. Helped both runs score that could have gotten them out of the inning in the second with 2 outs, as this one's hit slowly to the left side. Kerr with a tough play on the run. Got it there in time. A 6-3 put out into the inning, but the 2-run home run. Claire Sanoa, the catcher, the damage, and it's 6-1 to the bottom of the 4th here on CTN. Coon Rapids High School, it's a 6-1 Brainerd lead after 3.5. They jumped up early on an Elaine Christensen solo home run in the first. They've scored in every inning. That was just the beginning. Then a ground ball from the leadoff hitter Korhonen turned into 2 runs as Zontelli and Veith came home to score on an E6. That was 2 runs in the second. Up 3-0. The Cardinals would get on the board. Elia Johnson led off with a double in the second. She comes home on the Julia Byrne ground ball. Courtesy runner scores for her, but 2 more runs, 3 more runs would come. 1 in the third for Brainerd. Leadoff single cashed in by Cassidy Zontelli's RBI. And then a 2-run home run as Dusty, he's had the FaceTime. It's a 2-run home run after that. But Dusty had the catch. Even he couldn't get that home run by Sanoa as the 4th inning leads off with a single out to left. Kennedy Kerr, who's been good defensively, starts the journey back down 5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we did send that clip into the Saints. We emailed it to them quickly.
Good.
We already got an answer back. They're not interested. So,
Bummer.
sorry, Dusty.
Wish I could have helped more, Dusty.
Well, we mentioned your name, and they said that was one of the reasons.
Doing great things for my confidence as that one's popped up by Byrne. One down, Jade Gomez now to follow. Quick work from Jordan Sullivan, who's been staked to this 5-run lead.
Well, we said JW recommends it, and then they said they came back with who? And I had to add your last
Such
name.
A long
we had the last
conversation.
year. Yeah.
More than it was worth. Pitches outside. Jade Gomez 0 for 1. Yeah, excited for that to get going. A lot of our crew here will be again down at CHS Field covering games spread all around the metro.
Well, you guys do such a great job.
They do.
Well, you as well.
I'm passable.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say
I ride
anything.
on Sean Aronson's coattails.
Well, we all
firmly.
would. We all would.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Sullivan allowed a leadoff single in the first, worked around it thanks to her defense. 1-2, swing and a miss, gets her second punch out of the game. There's 2 down. Leadoff base runner in the second did come home to score, and then the lead single right here in the fourth, trying to strand it right there. She's got the next 2 hitters. Emma Wright trying to extend the fourth.
Emma Wright.
Popped up, foul territory, and easy as you please. The lead single came quick, and then the next 3 outs just as quick. And we'll go to the 5th. Warriors still leading at 6-1 here on CTN.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless. More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, hey, how was your day? That means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
That seems more like it. We had the cat, now we've got the dog.
Yes.
Nothing against cats, but that just seems a little more natural.
Fun at the ballpark with the pooches.
6-1, top of the 5th. Warriors have been in command since they led it 3-0 after the first 2 innings. Cassidy Zontelli right in the thick of it. Single, double, RBI, run scored. And Meyer and Talgis to follow. First pitch, Elia Johnson missed. Got it with the off speed to swing and miss. It's 1-1.
Yeah, we talked about, you know, they certainly couldn't afford to give up any more runs, and did with a couple outs on that home run. But again, it's important here to come back quickly.
Pitch was taken for a strike just as quickly. The Cardinals' bats could come alive. In 9 of their 11 wins, they've scored at least 7 runs. 6 of those have featured a 10-run game, as this one's fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. Mentioned they're 5th in the Northwest Suburban Conference coming in. Centennial a 9-1 conference record.
They're tough. They always play well.
1-2 skips in the dirt. It's 2-2. That's just 1 game in the win column, though, behind Centennial, as the Cardinals are 8-3 in conference play. Ground ball left side. A busy day for Kerr, and she'll get another put out, 6-3. That's 2 in a row for her, actually, going back to ending the 4th. Jenna Meyer will stand in.
Actually, we have a pinch hitter. Cassia Kroll. Cassia, I'm not sure how to pronounce her first name. I don't know, did we talk about that with
we did not
head
talk
coach
about the
Jordan?
first name.
Number 21, Kasia Kroll.
Kasia.
All right.
There we go. Beauty of being right next to everybody. Kroll drops down a beautiful bunt. Good coverage over there at first base, though. Great fill by Abby Graham to get over to the bag as Gomez came crashing in, and the 5-3, 5-4 put out. It's out number 2.
Ooh, that's a close play.
She picked it, made him make a call, and goes in the Cardinals' favor.
Number 40,
So 2
Olivia
down for
Taugis.
Olivia Taugis. She's 1 for 2. Singled back in the third. Takes a pitch upstairs. No 1, 2, 3 innings yet for Johnson against the Warriors. In fact, they've scored at least a run in every inning.
Well, she could certainly use one here.
Big confidence lift. They've played cleanly in the field so far in this inning. It's laced right towards Kerr, and she'll put it away. So there it is, your 1, 2, 3 inning. Cardinals can go to work now in the bottom of the 5th, trailing it by 5 when we come back here on CTN.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Doesn't that just say spring right there? I mean, some people are out there trying to enjoy the sun. She's got a blanket. You can almost need it. I mean, it's a little breezy depending on where you are. And it's spring. You never know. You're going to be hot. You're going to be cold. But we'll take it.
We will take it. But nice crowd here this afternoon for this Alumni Day.
I mentioned even the fans in blue. We talked about the team excited to go on a little bit of a road trip. Their fans have traveled well from central Minnesota. First pitch was a ball to number 9 hitter, Cam Schmelzer. Grounded slow to the third, and she'll beat that one out easily.
Well, certainly the faithful here from Brainerd like what they're seeing from their squad in the bottom half of the 5th, up 6-1. Now we're back to that top of the order where Coon Rapids has been making their hay.
Lead single, first pitch ball to Sam Lom. She's 1 for 2. It's now the 4th time in this game that the leadoff runner has reached for the Cardinals. Only scored though once. Dive back in for Schmelzer. Pitch was a ball, so way ahead in the count for Lom, the leadoff hitting sophomore. Still plenty of outs to work with here in the bottom half of the 5th. Strike taken at the knees. Graham to follow, she's got a double. This one's slapped up, and that will get fouled. Right down near our pooch friend down there.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to get there quickly. That dog's probably hunting that ball.
Ready to bury it.
Absolutely. 2-2. Slap foul into the Brainerd dugout. Good thing nobody was back on the bench. A battle for the leadoff hitting Long. She singled to open up the game. So raced on that line out 6-3 double play. 2-2. Just a piece of that.
Just a piece of it too. Managed to stay alive. Just a big smile on her face knowing she got about as little of it as she could of it, but just enough.
It's a Brainerd team that split their last 4 games. That's a pair of doubleheaders. They split with Wilmer, a doubleheader that featured 32 combined runs across the 2 games. That's a lot of runs. Yep. They split with Ricori yesterday, both 1-run games. So this one slapped foul.
Again, Lom doing a good job of just keeping her at bat alive, getting a piece of it.
Talked about the point that Coon Rapids, certainly the way they swing it, not out of this, and Brainerd has also allowed 20 total runs in their last 3 games. This one slapped straight up the middle into center field for a base hit. First 2 runners reach, nobody out here in the 5th. Hard to the order on the way up. Good piece of hitting.
It is a nice piece of hitting. No opportunity for Sullivan to get a piece of that ball.
And Lom, who we see her trying to slap and get that extra step, she stayed back on that one. Took it straight up the middle. First pitch to Abby Graham, who made a nice play covering over at first base in the top half of the inning. See if that defensive 1-2-3 inning here turns into a spark for the offense. Once again up the middle, station to station. They'll load the bases. The tying runs in the on-deck circle now. 3 singles right out of the chute here in the 5th. Second hit of the day for Graham.
A good piece of hitting there, and now an opportunity for Sheck, who also, as you mentioned, hitting well.
Number 45, Meg Sheck.
Got your 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Bases loaded, down 5 in the 5th. First pitch swinging, that'll pop foul. Dusty, go gadget, arms not quite.
Stretch Armstrong, that's what he needed too.
That's true. But he was committed to it.
Well, you know,
not ducking.
He's a committed guy. Or he should be committed. I'm not sure.
As is all of our. Right. Well, that time he done. Might have dropped something, though. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, I go back to my statement. He should be committed.
0-1 pitch. That one's hit hard down the left field line. That'll drop fair and roll to the wall. 1 run already home. Second run in. It's a 2-run double to make it a 3-run game for Meg Sheck.
Now that's, you know, we talked about they can hit the ball, and they're never out of a contest. Nobody out. Runners at second and third, and you get your power hitter coming up to the plate. We watched Champlin Park give her a free pass the other day to load the bases. It's a nice piece of hitting right there.
Elia Johnson.
So Elia Johnson now, the tying run at the plate. She'll swing at the first pitch, loop to second, bobbled, and that will drop. Runner still goes to third, and the tag, the ball gets away. Johnson can scoot up to second. 1 run comes home, and now the tying run's in scoring position, still with nobody out. Courtesy runner's going to come out. So Heeman again will carry that tying run in her back pocket at second. This was nearly a double play.
Yeah, and it probably should have been. Santelli not able to get it into her glove, and there's the throw that was off the glove of Keely Johnson at third base.
So the E4 there puts runners at second and third. Graham comes home to score. Sheck goes up to third. And now Heeman in to run for the second time. She scored after Johnson's leadoff double back in the second. 3 runs on 4 hits with nobody out here in the 5th.
It's really, that's the key. Oh, here comes our
bird camp.
Bird camp.
They're right on time.
Well,
for the
yeah,
big
they just
inning.
keep coming by, and they're circling around. And we'll just put everything together and make one big loop.
Tremendous footage. Kerr swings at the first pitch, hammers it out towards left. That one carrying and gone. A 3-run home run, and just like that, the Cardinals lead at 7-6.
Well, this team has been hitting home runs by the bunches. That time, Kennedy Kerr jumped all over that fastball. She didn't waste any time, drilled it over the left field wall, and all of a sudden, which was a 6-1 game when the Cardinals came to the bat, now a 7-6 advantage with nobody out.
Hammered.
Yeah, she really did.
And that was just on a rope out towards left, not high arcing at all. And Kerr gets it to go. First 6, reach and score. And they'll start again with Julia Byrne here with the bases empty. A conversation with Coach Jordan and his squad. That's just how quick it can turn.
That's Kerr's 3rd home run of the season. And Data, we talked about Elia Johnson with 7. That's a team record. It was 3. So the Cardinals have 4 players with at least 3 home runs this season.
Completely changing the record book, basically.
Yeah, they just threw that record book. They tore the page out of it.
Cardinals offense bringing some life here in the 5th, and they're up by 1. They hadn't led all game.
Well, you know, and Sullivan has pitched so well, really kept them fairly in check until this inning.
Aggressive early in counts, and again, a first pitch swinging for Julia Byrne. She'll foul it up and out of play. I got to restart it. Inning started with 3 singles to load the bases. Sheck's 2-run double. Nearly a double play. Limited damage as this one's floated out towards the new right fielder. And that is up and put away by Kroll. Came in for Jenna Meyer to bat, and that's your first out of the inning.
Well, it's clearly momentum has changed, but certainly don't count Brainerd out.
Right,
they're a good ball club.
It's the first time they hadn't scored in that last inning. An appropriate pre-at-bat song for the inning. Girl on fire. And the Cardinals have been that, a team on fire. 1-0 taken for a strike, and it's 1-1. Gomez 0 for 2, strikeout, pop out. 6 runs home in the inning. Ahead in the count 2-1. Popped up. That's going to stay in play. Chance over there, and Sanoa will put it away. We saw her have one just sneak out of her glove earlier, but she puts this one down for out number 2.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room behind home plate here. So sometimes it makes it a little bit easier for a catcher to track one down, obviously as long as it stays in play.
Got to find it quick.
Yep.
She did.
Number 7.
Love Sanoa's gear, by the way. The gear is all white. She's got the white catcher's mitt, too.
Sharp.
First pitch upstairs to Emma Wright, the 9th batter to come to the plate in this inning. Cam Schmelzer, who led it off with a single, is scheduled to be on deck. She is. 1-0 in there for a strike. And if you're Sullivan, who you mentioned has pitched very well, is all you could do. You give up the 3-run home run, the bases are empty.
Right.
Limit it, get back to the dugout. This will be slapped into center field and down for a base hit. Late charge by Christensen, but never had a chance. And there is the 6th base hit of the inning for the Cardinals.
Yeah, no reason to hang your head coming down 6-1 if you're Coon Rapids, because you know what you can do as a ball club at the plate.
Here's Schmelzer. Takes the first pitch ball. She got this all started with a single. Lom, Graham both followed with singles. 2-run double for Sheck. Johnson reached on the error that brought home a run, and the Kennedy Care 3-run home run as this one's grounded. That's a fair ball on the dive throw from the seat of the pants. Was somehow still on target for Keely Johnson, but everybody's safe.
No Blake Hofhaber, but close.
Tremendous effort. Now 2-on again. Both the smother and the throw.
Yeah, it was a great effort just to make sure she got the ball in the glove, and then great effort, as you mentioned, from the ground, throwing to first. But now you're back at that top of the lineup.
Lom's already got a single in the inning. This one will be floated out towards left. Left fielder was playing in. That's going to get down and roll the wall. 1 run in, 2nd run waved home. Here comes Schmelzer, and a bloop double across the shift, and Sam Lom has 2 RBI. It's 9-6.
You know, that shift has worked out for him, and sometimes in that situation, as you saw there, it did work the opposite, as able to get a couple more runs across. Now built a 3-run cushion. Now puts a little more pressure on the Warriors from Brainerd.
Could have been a can of corn, but
yep.
The left fielder, Veith, where she's already made a putout today, like you said, it's worked. That time, Lom just powered it over her head.
Well, now you're at this situation where you, granted, 2-way, but you've got your hot hitters at the plate again for Coon Rapids. I think we're gonna have a pitching change here in this situation. I think Coach Shane Jordan saw enough and says we got to stop the bleeding here, and let's make sure that.
Yeah, there was a chance for Sullivan, and she nearly did get out of this game.
Abby Pulowski.
So we'll take a pause as Pulowski comes in. We'll get you set on all the changes when we come back. But the Cardinals with an 8-run inning, still potentially more coming your way back here on CTN.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
First pitch swinging against the new pitcher is popped to the center of the diamond, and Cassidy Zontelli puts it away, but not before. 7 hits and 8 runs for the Cardinals will go to the 6th. A brand new ball game, up 3. Coon Rapids leads Brainerd on CTN. Things have changed dramatically here at Coon Rapids. Kelsey Strote will be a pinch hitter now for Brainerd as they find themselves in a deficit for the first time. She swings at the first pitch, fouls it up and out of play.
Well, now you talk about the value of a quick inning here. Coon Rapids in the field would love to see it in this situation after taking the lead with a big bottom half of the 5th.
Last 4 have been retired. Eli Johnson. One pitch is fouled at the plate. Stroke batting for V. Looks like we'll have another pinch hitter after that. Olivia Sedlacek in the on-deck circle. Oh, 2. Just missed. Got to be a huge confidence boost for Johnson, who at times she's been in command in single at bats, and now she's got a lead.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that you know, hopefully you can continue to pitch well with the lead.
She's been around the zone for the better part of this game, coming off her first 1-2-3 inning. One, 2, fastball misses again. It's the 2-2, excuse me. It's now 3-2. Popped up. Should be a play for Gomez right there. Step or 2 to the right of the bag. She puts it away. That's 5 straight retired.
So Olivia Sedlacek with an opportunity here for Brainerd. 1 away.
Second straight pinch hitter.
Number 7, Olivia Sedlacek.
Sedlacek takes the first pitch, strike at the knees. So ahead of both the new hitters that Johnson has seen so far. Foul ball from the JV game actually just plunked the truck, which is down the line there, as this one's grounded into left field for a base hit. We're next, Howie. We've got to be next. Yep. I mean, everybody else. Dusty gets 1, the truck gets 1.
It's our turn, you're saying.
Be on your toes. So a 1-out single.
Well, it's in my contract to protect Joe from foul balls, so I'll assume that'll just carry over to you.
Addendum,
so
yes.
if it's coming in, I'll make sure I do my best to make sure you get hit.
I appreciate that.
Jaden Schiller.
Protect all play-by-play guys.
Yeah.
Jaden Schiller is going to pinch run for Sedlacek. Lexi Roby. Couple of walks in this game. Now she's got a base hit. This will drop down in left field. Bobbled just for a moment by Care. Back-to-back singles. Never forget what just happened in the bottom half of the 5th, how quickly the Cardinals scored. Brainerd's got that type of lineup too.
Yeah, and an awfully good hitter at the plate here.
Already a home run.
Yep.
A couple of runs scored. Next 2 hitters have also both gone deep today. Christensen and Sanoa. This one's hit hard again out towards center field. Schmelzer tracking though, and she'll get under it to make the catch. Runner going to third. Relay in is just a bit wide. The umpire.
I think the umpire got in her field of vision.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like a forward getting in front of the hockey goalie as it's coming in.
Yeah, there's no way she's gonna. I mean, he was right in her sight line.
How did he not get hit?
Yeah. Well, you know, he's almost hit him in the head. I bet he heard that thing buzzing by his ear.
Got the out, which is the big thing. Great job by Schmelzer. So
almost had 2. That would have been a nice way to end the inning.
Runners do move up to second and third. First pitch strike taken by Sanoa.
But you're right, an important second out. They did. We did see some damage by Brainerd with 2 away, a couple of times, I believe.
There is a base open. Jordan Sullivan, who went over to play third after she came out of the circle, is on deck. She's 0 for 3. This one's grounded towards third. Dropped down at the feet. The runner still goes from third to the plate. Tag applied. Out at the plate. Great play by Byrne and Scheck to end the inning. And it will be a Coon Rapids lead, 9-6. As we go to the bottom half of the 6th, the officials, or the umpires, aren't getting together. Teams leaving the field. Tag applied. We'll hang on a second.
I mean, she's out. I don't know what she did not drop the ball.
It was maybe a block of the plate situation. Might have been what they're looking at, but she's got the ball, and it is an out, and it will end the inning. So we'll break, come back for the bottom of the 6th. Cardinals leading 9-6 here on CTN.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Runner coming home, tagged out as Scheck held on to it. But how you mentioned it, that was inches away a couple of different times from being taken right back by the Warriors as far as on the scoreboard in this 9-6 game. It will be a dangerous 7th inning. We'll see what the Cardinals can do against Abby Pulowski, the junior, to try and tack on. Pitch taken for a strike.
Yeah, and the Warriors really needed to try and get at least a run back, because now you're coming, no matter what happens here, obviously, with Coon Rapids could increase this lead, but you're down to your last 3 outs.
Swing and a miss out in front for Scheck, who so far has a 2-run double in this game, is also lined out, been hit by the pitch. Jordan Sullivan, 4 2/3 innings in the circle, now playing third base for the Warriors. On the hook for the loss if nothing changes. 0-2, swing and a miss. Pulowski living down in the zone and picks up a punch out. 1 down for Elijah Johnson. 12 hits, 9 runs unofficially. I've got it as 7 of those earned for Sullivan. No walks and 2 strikeouts.
Number 33, Elijah Johnson.
Johnson already a day. On base twice. That one's flared towards the JV field. Her courtesy runner, Heeman, has scored twice. It's her at bat that certainly turned things. There's our foul ball out into the field of play from the JV squad. Her at bat certainly changed things in the 5th. It was a soft liner to the second baseman. Zontelli trying to get the double play that was there for the taking.
It was.
Had it hop out of her glove. Still would have been a run-scoring inning The next batter, Kerr, drilling the 3-run home run, but could have limited the damage. 1-1 and then for a strike. It's 1-2. Johnson shakes her head in the affirmative that time.
Pulowski's come in and has pitched well here in relief. Just in the short time of Sullivan. Got that quick third out.
She's living in the strike zone. Yep. She got the first batter to fly out to second base that she faced back in the 5th. Trying to end things in this half and get it back to their lineup. Ground ball hard off the glove of Sullivan. Long throw. Johnson was going to be safe anyway as that one's wide. But it's going to give her an extra base as it trickles all the way towards those batting cages. E5. Kennedy Kerr brought the Cardinals all the way back in the 5th with this laser.
Yeah, what a clutch hit there.
That tied the game at the time. They came in down 6-1. This one grounded right to third again. A low throw, this time scooped out at first by Talges. 5-3 put out for out number 2. Does move the runner. Teaming again up to third.
Well, this is a big out for Brainerd. They do not want any more runs coming across because they know that they're going to be down to their last gasp in the top of the 7th. And 3 runs is a tough cushion as it is, let alone more.
Pitch was taken down low by Julia Byrne. 0 for 3 has reached on an error. Took that one down low. Throw behind the runner, gets into left field. And even still going to have a chance to get up. Bouncing in comes the throw, and she touches the plate safe.
And they do get that extra run, give them a 4-run cushion. That could prove to be big. Maybe inconsequential, but we'll see as the Warriors take that their bat to the plate. And I don't know. At that point, I think I don't throw that ball.
With 2 outs.
Yeah, with two away, you don't want to take a chance, and it did come back.
Should this one stick in the win column, it would be the 7th time in what would be 12 wins that they've scored at least 10 runs. Double figures have been a regular occurrence for the Cardinals. The 3-0 misses. No, it's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Need to get 3 outs to secure it. Bases are empty. Byrne will ground it foul, third base side. It's 3-2. Errors have certainly played a role in the last 2 innings.
They have. You'll take wins, obviously, any way you can get them. And then that 3-run homer made them pay.
(3-2). Grounded foul again. Just past Jade Gomez in the on-deck circle. It's part of the lineup, a shade quiet for these two. I'm sure they'd love to get into the act here to help extend this cushion even more. Gomez will get a chance as the ball is upstairs. The first walk issued by Brainerd pitching. They had a hit batter back in the 3rd, but that's the first free pass.
Yeah, it's obviously up to Gomez, see if she can continue this inning forward.
Number 14.
As you mentioned, she's got that home run power.
She does. She has 3 on the season.
Takes the ball. Cardinals have scored 9 unanswered runs after they were down 6-1 going into the 5th. Popped up. Shallow, long run, and Christensen is there for out number 3. So the Cardinals up by 4, a chance to close it out in the 7th. They lead it 10-6 here on CTN.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
that turned on a dime 2 innings ago. Cardinals were down 6-1 into the 5th. They lead at 10-6. First pitch swinging. That one is ripped, but is going to drift foul off the bat of the starting pitcher, now the third baseman, Jordan Sullivan. It's 0-1.
She jumped on that first pitch.
Elia Johnson making her way through. She gave up a couple of hits in the 6th, but that's all she's done as far as giving stuff up since the 4th. Breaking ball did not. It stays upstairs, 1-1. Cardinals behind Johnson. Got a 1-2-3 inning in the top half of the 5th. 1-1, hit high, out towards left, trickling back and tracking. There goes Kerr. She'll make the catch for out number 1, 2 to go.
Yeah, long strike and now a long out for out number 1.
Zontelli's got 2 hits and an RBI today.
Number 11, Cassidy
1, 2, 3, 5th, and springboarded. The Cougar lineup, first 4 batters. The first 5 batters all reached and scored. This one's popped up, right to the fence. Sheck, a good try. Dives, ends up down on the deck. Nearly had it.
It came close to that fence. Big smile on her face, too. Valiant effort.
Laughing about twisting and turning the wrong way. Awfully close. And look, there's us.
Yeah, look at that action. An action shot of us. Who needs a close-up on that?
Good, we got the rack zoom on me. That's great. 0-1. This one's lifted out towards left. And a second straight put out for Kerr. And now just 1 out away. A complete game for the reigning player of the week. Nominated by the writers and the folks that followed the game, but then voted to a victory was Elia Johnson, which I think we're talking about.
I was about 40 of those votes, I think.
Why not? Always fun to see.
Yeah, you bet.
Popped up, foul. Kroll, just her second at bat. She came on to pinch hit, then stayed in to play right. She grounded out back in the 5th. 9 unanswered runs for the Cardinals. Now 1 out away from a win. That's a strike in the outside corner. It's 0-2.
Nice pitch there. Not a great situation for Elia Johnson now. She can do pretty much what she wants here ahead in the count 0-2. See if she can get it, keep something down a little bit low, get her to chase it.
Strike would give them 12 wins, and that one just misses outside. And that would better what they did last year, all told, by a game. The Cardinals were 11-12 when all was said and done a season ago.
We've seen so much progress from this team the last few years.
1-2, strike 3 called, and that will do it. The punch out and a 1-2-3 inning, no less. 2 of the last 3 go 1-2-3. Johnson shuts them down scoreless in the final 3 innings, and we talked about it all game, Howie, and again, I called you a prophet early. You became that again late because the Cardinals offense exploded in the 5th.
Yeah, you know, they did, and they hit when they needed to, and it was aided in the field a little bit by Brainerd as well. But, you know, you make them pay when that situation happens, and Kennedy Kerr with that big 3-run shot.
The big game-turning shot after Sheck had the 2-run double. Kennedy Kerr with the 3-run home run in the inning. Sam Laum had the big double also for the Cardinals, who do move their record to 12-4. They've still got games to come to try now improve on what is a 1 game better win total than they had a year ago. You see the final line score there coming up for the Cardinals, who dispatched the Brainerd here in this one. Got Champlin Park for girls lacrosse. This is our schedule. The Cardinals will be on that one on Monday. And Thursday, we've got baseball with Park Center in Coon Rapids. And Friday, the next coverage CTN will have of this Coon Rapids Cardinals team as they'll take on Park Center. All of that live, CTNCoonRapids.com, and right here on CTN. Fun game, Hal.
It was a fun game on Alumni Day, and a great crowd here, JW, and a fantastic job from you as always. And it's nice if you're a Coon Rapids follower, obviously, to see the win, and the 12th win of the year for the Cardinals, and they continue to move forward.
And they set the bar high for the alumni game that will come next. So the Cardinals win it. They're now 12-4 for everybody. CTN crew, for Howie Shapiro, I'm J.W. Cox. Join us again throughout the week. 3 more broadcasts coming up next week as well as spring rolls on here on CTN.